Hey, I'm Joe Shapani, and I've made a career of having a big impact on a small set of people, generally as a manager. And I'm running an experiment to see if I can scale that up and help you all out. Today, I want to cover what exactly are executive coaches and this whole world of advisors and so forth. There's a lot of people that have made it, right? I made it. I'm financially independent. I've had a fair degree of success, and unlike many people that you'll find on here, I didn't have one huge event. I started my business way later in life after having children, which is a very interesting dynamic to add to the equation. And I just kind of did it slowly and learned a lot along the way and got to work for some amazing people. So I'm now in this position where people ask me to be an advisor or help them out. And I've created something called an executive partner, and it's based upon a very simple premise for me. I don't want to talk about stuff. I want to do shit. So if you have things that are falling off the side of your plate and you want to get something done, that's a reasonable thing to do with me. There are many people who do excellent work on your head game. This is your mental models, how you think. They're not therapists, but they help in that domain, and they're really useful. There's other people that are usually advisors. They're paid in equity or something like that. And there are folks who have had some sort of big exit. They maybe be affiliated with the business that you're in, the space that you're in, and they just have a ton of heuristics that you can bounce ideas off of them. My friends that use these folks, they may use them. This is inappropriate, but they use them for their network. They're like, hey, I'll give you a point of equity in my very early stage startup. You get me some early traction. I hate this. I think it's a bad idea, but there's a lot of people that do it. Usually go-to-market focused executives. What I think is a healthy way to be an advisor is to sit down over lunch and say, hey, here's where I am with the business. Here's where I'm trying to go with the business. What have you seen? What do you recommend? And so forth. That's a great thing to do with an advisor. And that is earning their keep. I just think that there's a holistic lack of hands-on work for people that are coaches and so forth. And it's the sort of thing that I like to do. If I'm a New England Patriots fan, so if we look at Mike Vrabel, he physically gets out and puts his hands on players and is talking through things. Bill Belichick did this as well. Most coaches do that, but they don't play in the game, right? That's the same sort of idea for me as how I would think about people that are this. They're not physically there with you on a sales call or presenting to your entire staff or something like that, but they're hidden and they're doubling or tripling your productivity, your ability to make decisions, whatever that might be. For me, it's about productivity. It's about getting things done. It's about making important decisions. So if you're thinking about someone to support you, I'd be very cautious about paying somebody, especially a large amount of equity, just for access to their network. It's very hard to prove. There's not a lot of value there after they get through the first few people, and it's a difficult thing to balance. And anyone who's willing to basically get paid to share their network is probably not someone that you want to work with. Whereas if there is somebody who's an e-commerce expert, they've had 5 big exits, and they're a decamillionaire or something like that, really knows what they're talking about, and you're an e-commerce business, perfectly good person to have visit with you in regular contact. My point of view is that you should be meeting with these people at a minimum once a month, ideally twice a month. Otherwise, you're just not going to get enough from them, or you're going to be bringing something that's kind of point in time. So these are my very quick thoughts on how to use advisors, coaches, and so forth. And if you want more, I'll make a longer video.